All right, we are live. How's it going, everybody? Today I have multiple topics for you guys. Some are dark and some are a little bit more lighthearted. So we are going to get started with the dark ones first, get it out of the way, and then we are going to move on to something a little bit more positive. But let me paint you a picture. This is the first topic we're going to talk about tonight. Let me paint you a picture. You're in your home. It's 3:30 in the morning and you are fast asleep. Some guy breaks into your house with a crossbow and he starts gathering your belongings in a bag that he intends on stealing. He intends on stealing your stuff, bringing it to his crack house and selling it for drugs. This guy is in your house with a crossbow and you defend yourself. You neutralize the threat and send him to the hospital. Now, you would expect nothing to happen to you, right? That is called self-defense. Well, that's not what happened in this case. You see, the man who defended his home from an intruder with a crossbow got arrested. Take a look at this.
Everybody wants to be able to defend belongings into bags.
We need the system corrected.
Of the crimes, plural. You see, a few days ago, a resident of that white building, Jeremy McDonald, 44, he had his home broken into at 3:20 in the morning. And the intruder had a weapon. Allegedly, that weapon is a crossbow. You can just imagine, folks, put yourself in Mr. McDonald's position. It's 3:20 in the morning. You're probably in a dazed state. You see a stranger with a weapon going through your abode. Well, what do? Well, we were told by someone close to the matter that he made his way to the kitchen to get his cell phone. And in the process of activating his cell phone, that caused an illuminated effect. And then the intruder found out that he had been spotted. Now, allegedly what happened was the intruder charged at him, hit Mr. McDonald with the butt of his crossbow. All of this will be proven in a court of law. We did.
So the person that I want to clarify that this is in my home province of Ontario. So we're talking about Canada. In the United States, if someone breaks into your house and you injure them, that's on them. It doesn't matter. Matter of fact, you might even get a medal. But here in Canada, the self-defense laws are just completely broken. Completely broken. Because this guy was in fear for his life. You have a drug addict that's in your house at 3:30 in the morning, armed with a crossbow. He sent him to the hospital. We don't know how that happened so far. We don't know if he used a weapon. Even if he did, he's in his house and he's defending himself. Allegedly, this is the drug addict that broke into his house at 3:30 in the morning. And if you have someone in your house at 3:30 in the morning armed, you know they're coming for a very bad reason. You know that your life is in danger. You should be able to defend yourself as much as you want, as little or as much as you want. Now, let's find out how this guy made it into the I guess I don't know if he's a defendant anyways, the victim in this case who is now facing charges. Yeah, Rodney Haney said, "I defend myself in any means at hand. I didn't know Canada was messed up." No, Canada has really, really bad self-defense laws. And I looked into it because I live here. And basically, you're not allowed to plan for an attack. So you're not allowed to have like certain weapons if you anticipate to use it for self-defense. Now, you can find a weapon of opportunity if you happen to be in a situation. But in this case, it's I don't know what he used because the cops, they won't say the real story. They're not telling everybody what happened specifically. This guy, Rebel News, went in the field, was able to do a little bit of journalism, and that's how he was able to find out more information. Now, let's take a look on how this suspect actually got into the victim's house.
His lawyer bill. You know, it gets even more disturbing. He entered Mr. McDonald's residence via a window. That would be the window of the room where his daughter normally sleeps. Thank goodness the daughter, who is a minor, was not home that day. This fire escape, this is the beginning of how the home invasion happened. As you can see, folks, this is a brand new set of locks and chain. These locks and this chain were not here on the morning of the incident. So this was open, and that meant Mr. Breen allegedly had a very clear pathway up to the roof.
So you can see he went through that ladder. He climbed onto the roof here. Allegedly, he was with two other criminals, two other individuals getting ready to break into businesses. And then he must have noticed
the dollar store
that there were residential areas that he could access.
Now, right next door is the movie cinema. And then after that, you get to where the residences are. And Breen made his way into the home of McDonald by that window. Our source tells us that before McDonald woke up, Breen had allegedly stuffed many of his belongings into bags. That was his loot that he was going to run away with had he not been. So folks, consider this piece of information that my source tells me. Breen was not alone that night. He had
some other goons. Now, let's take a look at the charges. So the criminal here, the guy that broke into the victim's house, he was charged with possession of a weapon for a dangerous purpose, break, enter, and theft. And he was charged with mischief under $5,000 and failure to comply with probation. Now, also, what is mind-blowing is that the 44-year-old homeowner was charged with aggravated assault and assault with a weapon. You heard that right. This guy was charged with the equivalency of 2 felonies. If this was in the States, this would be felonies. Aggravated assault and assault with a weapon for defending his life and his property. Let that sink in for a minute. Here, if you are a victim of a crime and you defend yourself, you may go to prison. It's crazy. It's completely mind-blowing. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Canada. I love where I live. You know, it's not a perfect country. I don't think a perfect country exists. But this needs to be changed. Like, this needs to be fixed immediately. Now, what are the police and the prosecutors saying? Let's find out, because there was a lot of criticism. Let's see what we have over here. Oh, yeah. I think it would be a good idea to show what the Prime Minister, the Premier of Ontario had to say. But first, let me show you what the cops had to say about this.
Defending charging the homeowner, saying in a statement, under Canadian law, individuals have the right to defend themselves and their property. The Criminal Code of Canada, specifically sections 34 and 35, allow a person to use reasonable force to protect themselves and their property if they believe they are facing a threat. However, it is important to understand that these rights are not unlimited in Canada. The law requires that any defensive action be proportionate to the threat. This means that while homeowners do have the right to protect themselves and their property, the use of force must be reasonable given the circumstances.
We really need to know the details of what happened inside that home.
Criminal lawyer Joseph Newberger says he believes the police would be careful in laying the charge against the homeowner, but understands why it is concerning for the public.
So what they're saying is that he went too hard. It is worth mentioning that the guy that broke into his house, he ended up getting airlifted to Toronto because his injuries were so severe that they couldn't be treated at the local hospital. So this guy got completely fucked up, like big time. He got obliterated, destroyed, and he was sent to the hospital with life-threatening injuries. But at the same time, he broke into someone's house. If you're willing to commit a crime like this, a violent crime of burglary where you're going into someone's house to steal their shit while you're armed with a crossbow, you may die. It might happen. That's a risk that you are taking. That's a risk that you're taking. So the fact that they're charging the victim here is just completely laughable. Completely laughable. Now, the premier, he had something to say. Let's see what the lawyer has to say, and then we'll move on to the premier, see what he had to say.
It's important to have confidence in the existing systems.
In the United States, let me just draw this distinction. They have the castle law. So you can use pretty much any force you need to protect your home from an intruder. We don't have that in Canada. But we do have sufficient self-defense laws that are broad enough that if an individual comes in with a knife or a gun and you are at serious risk of bodily harm or death, you can respond with lethal force.
Police are calling negative
Well,
commentary.
the guy had a crossbow. The guy had a crossbow. I mean, that can kill you. This lawyer, I don't know what he's getting to, because the guy was armed with a crossbow. So at that point, you do have the right to defend yourself. And like he was saying, we don't have the castle law in Canada. Well, maybe it's time to switch up the laws a little bit, because it's mind-blowing. It's mind-boggling that this guy is going to jail, possibly prison, for defending himself. It's crazy. So something has to change. This is not normal.
About the officers and their actions unjust and inaccurate, and say the investigators were able to examine all the information and evidence that was available before laying charges.
So this is what
everyone hear about.
This is the Premier of Ontario, Doug Ford, and this is what he had to say about the situation.
The story in Lindsay. So this criminal that's wanted by the police breaks into this guy's house. This guy gives him a beating, and this guy gets charged. And the other guy gets charged. But something is broken. I know if someone breaks into my house or someone else's, you're going to fight for your life. This guy has a weapon. You're going to use any force you possibly can to protect your family. I'm telling you, I know everyone would. I'd be scared to break into Kevon's house. Look at this, he's like a linebacker. He'd beat the living crap out of the guy, as he should. Because enough's enough here. The violence and breaking into people's homes, putting guns to their head. And guess what? Some bleeding heart judge, little Johnny, he didn't have a good upbringing. So we're going to let him out on bail 5 more times because he's on his 5th, being let out on bail 5 times, just to go do the same thing the next day. I'll tell you one thing, I get more calls than anyone in the country. People are done with this. They're absolutely done. They're finished. You should be able to protect.
No, this is not Rob Ford, by the way. This is his brother, Doug Ford. He's the current Premier of Ontario. For those who don't know, Rob Ford was the Premier like maybe 10 years ago. And he enjoyed his cocaine in a smokable form. Let me just leave it at that. Rest in peace. But yeah, don't smoke crack, guys. Don't smoke crack. So yeah, that's his brother. So back to what the first video, because there's something that Australia, New Zealand, I don't know. I can't speak on that, but I'm just saying we need castle law over here. We absolutely need it, because like shit like this is just mind-blowing.
Alternative.
Like I was talking to my wife and I'm like, shit, if someone comes in here, we have to watch out with the weapons we use, because you don't want to get charged, right? Now, one thing that's important to note is that apparently this guy, the assailant, he is going to be held on bail until trial. I believe I saw it here. I don't know if I'm able to pull it up. Yeah, I don't think it was here, but he will be held on bail until trial, because often here, the problem in Canada is that a lot of criminals, they'll burglarize, they'll commit violent crimes, and they get bail right away, automatic bail. So that's a problem. It needs to be addressed. Anyways, in closing remarks, we need castle law in Canada. This incident is really shocking our province, and it's showing that something is broken and something needs to be fixed. So I don't know how to go about that, but it needs to happen. All right. So let's move on to the next topic.
Is unjust.
Let me close some tabs over here. Now, all right. Let's move on to the next topic. So what we have here is the situation about the French live streamer who died during a live stream. And I'm choosing Moist Critical's video because it's censored in a way where I might not get in trouble because he doesn't violate the guidelines and he tries to be very careful with what he posts. Keep in mind, he has a lot to lose. He has a massive channel. So I am going to be able to show you this in good conscience. So let's see these. Basically, this guy was pretty much tortured live on Kick for entertainment, and eventually he died. And what we're going to take a look at right now is the response of the people that tortured him. And what's happening is it's really sickening. You'll see what I mean in just a moment. But first, let's have a little bit of context. So this is what was happening to this guy. This is the victim over here. These are the alleged people that were allegedly torturing him. At least that's what it looks like. I don't see how you could put it in any other fashion. But take a look at this. Hold on, I missed a frame here. So here they just threw concrete on his head. He punched concrete through his head. Here they're just like giving him a beating in the background. Here they're choking him. This is what these guys were doing. So they were doing this for entertainment. And eventually, this guy over here, he passed away on stream. Now, I'm sure you've seen someone like that at your high school or at your college. Someone that is just so desperate to be part of something, desperate to be part of a crew. And he or she gets completely mistreated and just completely abused, but they take it because they want to be in. They want to be part of that crew. Well, this is what was happening with this guy. And he was friends with friends like that. You don't need enemies, right? So he was friends with this guy, which is a YouTuber with about 50,000 subscribers. And his entourage, they were just bullying the shit out of him, pretty much torturing him. And eventually he died. Now, what's happening next is completely unreal. But first, I want to show you the statement that these people said. So this is the statement from this individual after the victim, in this case, this guy. Well, we don't know if because at this moment, there is no clear reason of death. So it's still being investigated. It is important to say that no one has been charged in this case at this particular moment. Even though you see acts that are clearly torture, no one has been charged for this man's death yet. So let's see what happened here. So I want to read you this statement that these people said about their friend. Let's take a look.
Where they're trying to put on this facade of grief, but I don't buy it at all. The first comes from Naruto, which is a wild name for a piece of shit like this to have. It's been a while since I've seen the show, but I don't recall Naruto ever being a huge advocate for torturing innocent people. Anyway, his statement says, "I've always dreaded writing these words. Sadly, last night, JP, Raphael Gravin, left us. My brother, my sidekick, my partner, 6 years, side by side, never letting go. I love you, my brother. We will miss you terribly. Please respect his memory and don't share the video of his final moments. For his family and for us, his second family, rest in peace." A bunch of words there, and I don't believe any of them.
So he's saying that, oh, this was my brother, like, oh, we loved him so much, while they're actively breaking concrete on his head. Now, my wife just texted me downstairs. She said that Charlie just posted an update video, like right now, very recently.
I was
so
an
let's
extra.
see regarding this case. Okay, 4 hours. Apparently, they didn't find any wrongdoing. But that's not even the update I wanted to show you guys. But let's see what's the final update on the investigation. And
Yesterday I talked about a streamer who passed
I'll show you
away
after
while
what I
on
wanted to show you,
stream.
because
His name was Rob.
it's completely nuts. The entitlement of these people is just completely crazy.
Raphael Gravin, known online as Jean Parmenov. He was a French streamer who was once a gamer, then started doing more IRL content and teamed up with some real degenerates that mistreated him and abused him for a very long time. And then they did a 10-day marathon with Jean Parmenov, where they strangled him, beat him, humiliated him, some truly evil shit, and he unfortunately passed away while sleeping on that stream. You can see all of this. It's very...
Yeah, it's not Jesus. I know, Peck, you're saying, oh my God, is that Jesus? People have made the comparison multiple times. Yeah, it's Charlie. But I mean, from the pictures we have seen, the art pictures of Jesus, he looks kind of similar.
Very, very hard to watch. I looked into this super deeply. Jean Parmenov was an individual who went through a lot of struggle, and he was a vulnerable person. And from what I can tell, this group with Naruto and Safane, these are big French streamers, they exploited his desire to be accepted by pretending to be his friend. And what they wanted...
That's exactly what I was saying earlier. There's always someone in high school or in college that just desperately wants to be part of something. They desperately want to be a part of a crew, and they are willing to get brutally humiliated for it. In my high school, there was this guy, and basically I was not part of the crew that was messing with him, but they were basically stealing his money. They were stealing his weed. They were stealing his mushrooms. They were, when he got old enough to get a car, they actually stole his car and ran it in a ditch. And he would still hang out with those people. Like, this guy was just totally desperate for acceptance, which is very similar to what we're seeing in this situation. So I want to get to I guess he's about to give the update right now. So let's go into that, and then I'll tell you about the update I had.
For Jean as their friend was to let them beat the fuck out of him and treat him like garbage, dehumanize him, abuse him physically and mentally, and put him through torture on stream for their content, because it was very popular content. It was all broadcast on Kick, and I speculated yesterday that Kick probably knew about it. Turns out they 100% knew about it, and Kick France would even make tweets about Jean Parmenov and the torture he was enduring. They were fully aware of what was happening. They even used him to push their merch. So Kick...
What? Oh my God. So this is the official Kick channel for France. Guys, come on, man. I mean, I'm live on Kick right now, so I want the platform to do good. It's important to have healthy competition. You don't want YouTube to have the entire cake. Healthy competition is good, but you got to clean your shit up. You really have to clean your shit up. This is crazy. The fact that Kick was promoting this man's torture and selling it on t-shirts, come on, man. You're not going to be able to compete with YouTube if you get into these controversies. This is nuts. This is nuts. Like, Kick is good with moderation in some cases. Like, for example, there is this streamer called Xena the Witch, and she's very violent. And there's violent people on YouTube too, but she's very violent. And recently she got permabanned for 1,000 years. I made a video on my 15 Minutes of Shame channel. She got permabanned for 1,000 years. She's going to be unbanned in 2025. So they are able to ban people. I don't know who was managing that area, that sector, and thought it was a good idea to let this happen. But yeah, this is really bad. Like, this looks really bad on Kick, and they should fix this up. Yeah. But Maddie, I understand what you're saying, but it's like, I'm streaming on Kick right now. Like, there is good content on Kick. It's quite possible to have good content on Kick. I'm streaming on Kick right now, and I'm not going to harm anyone. And there's, some positive IRL content, there's music, there's React content. So we can't generalize it to the platform, but they need to do better. They don't want their name associated with this story at all. They do not want to. And somehow now this is blowing up in a very big way. I mean, Charlie gets a shit ton of views. He already has 500,000 views, and it has only been 4 hours, which shows that people are interested in the story. So this is not a good look for Kick at all.
France, it's not like they can just try and make the claim, this flew under our radar. If only we had known, we would have swooped in like fucking Batman and saved Gotham City from this degeneracy. They knew. They even were an active participant in encouraging it, clearly. So they can't just play like the blissful ignorance card on it. Now, from what I read, that Kick Twitter account that was posting about it was run by a French agency, so maybe like Kick's staff didn't particularly know, but I find that kind of hard to believe that you would just let this agency have free reign and that never ever reports back to Kick itself. So I'm very confident they were aware of what was happening, but since these streams were so popular, they were big. Like, I knew they were very successful, but I didn't know how big they were. These were huge streams. And since they were so huge, I think they were hesitant to shut it down, and given Kick's history of just letting illegal activity go unpunished for a really long time, I think it's pretty safe to say that they saw the amount of eyeballs this was bringing, and they just let it ride. They didn't...
No amount of money should justify actions like this. None whatsoever. The fact that this was going on, now they might have plausible deniability if they say, oh, it was a subcontractor that was handling that account. We weren't aware. No amount of money should be should gratify this. Like, there's no way that if they see this, they think this is a good idea to let it happen on the platform. I mean, yeah, Johnny Somali got banned. There's Black Dave, Ice Poseidon. There are a lot of scumbags, but I mean, this is way worse than anything Johnny Somali or Ice Poseidon have done combined. I mean, they were actively torturing this guy for money, which it's nuts. Now, he's going to get to the result of the investigation, and that's what I really want to hear about. I haven't heard this yet. I saw the thumbnail, so I know where it's going, but let's see.
To be said. But anyway, I'm not going to rant about that any longer. The big update to today's story is a French investigation has concluded that Jean Parmenov's death was not the result of any foul play. According to a public prosecutor, there was a post-mortem conducted and he was found to have not been killed by trauma or a third party. The probable causes of death appear to be medical and or toxicological. This is from Damien Martinelli, saying that further tests had been ordered, but ultimately they're concluding that this was not the result of all of the abuse and mistreatment that he endured for so long from these streamers that were beating him and strangling him and torturing him. 2 forensic doctors found no internal or external traumatic injuries or burns, only a few bruises and healed lesions. Medical experts considered that Mr. Graven's death was not traumatic in origin and was not related to the intervention of a third party. Graven may have suffered from heart problems and was undergoing medical treatment for his thyroid gland, the prosecutor added. There's a lot to unpack with this.
Yes, you're right, Charlie. There's a lot to unpack. It says medical and or toxicological. Apparently, these guys were giving him substances, allegedly. So I don't know if they made him ingest something. But to think that all the beatings and the torture had nothing to do with it, it's just ridiculous. Like, they need to face some type of accountability, and it looks like they are going to get away with it scot-free. Honestly, I don't know how it works in France. I don't know, but this guy died. Now, they're saying it's not the result of all these treatment, all this torture, but something smells off. Something smells really bad here. So let me give you the update that I wanted to talk to you guys about. And this is the guy, one of the person that was inflicting these streams on the victim over here. And well, he's not too happy with what's happening online right now that he's getting called out. He has a channel with 50,000 subscribers, 46 videos. Keep in mind that on Kick, he must have had a lot more because apparently these streams were very, very popular. So these were his videos, and it looks like he's doing MMA here. Oh, there's the victim right here. We're testing MMA with JP. So he was using JP in this video, the victim. And yeah, if you see what the people are saying, oh, you are going to pay, you know, you're responsible for what happened, your actions will have consequences, karma. So people are really pissed off at this guy. And guess what he decided to do? He decided to write a press briefing. And this is it over here. So I'm going to tell you what it says. So hold on, I'm trying to zoom in, but it's not letting me. Maybe let me save the image. I think that'll be better than I can zoom in. All right, so it says that the lawyers have been retained by Owen Sina Zantoti, the creator of Naruto Live, who just lost his friend, JP, Raphael Gravin, and he is now going through a difficult time, and he is subject of a campaign of cyber harassment. Several people that are not respecting the memory of the person that passed away, and they are throwing fire on the flames. Oil on the flames, and they are spreading hate is basically what it says. They're saying that this behavior, on top of being immoral, is criminal and could result in sanctions. And they're saying that they're going to press charges within the next couple days on the people that are spreading hate against this client. So basically, this guy possibly, allegedly, you know, was participating in the stream where his friend died, and he was participating in the torture, and then his friend died afterwards. The cops are saying that there's nothing to see here. Don't worry about it. No problem. But this guy is painting himself to be the victim here. That is nuts. That is mind-blowing. Like, dude, you were putting your friend through inhumane conditions, and now you're playing the victim? Get the fuck out of here. Total bullshit. And when I saw that press briefing, I was like, yo, what are they smoking over there? Like, what is possibly going on that you are painting yourself to be the victim here? Yeah, you are totally right, Maddie. If this happened in Canada or the States, you know, I would think the person would get imprisoned. I don't know what's going on in France. Yeah, it's crazy. So those were the topics that I wanted to talk about that were a little bit darker. Now we are going to move on to a little bit lighter topics, because I think the castle defense video and now this guy getting tortured to death is pretty dark. So we're going to move on to something a little bit more lighthearted. It's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, it looks like my camera saw my hand and then stopped watching. Okay, that's good. So yeah, sucks for the victim. It's obviously he was going through something very traumatic and he wanted friends, and these were just a wrong type of friends. Now, looks like we have 3 more topics before we wrap up for the day. This one is really funny. This shit is really funny. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this channel called N&A Productions, but this guy is... he used to be the worst YouTuber on the entire platform. The absolute worst. And I'm going to show you some of his content from 8 years ago. This is called Calling Sonic. Oh my God, he actually answered, okay? So this guy was creating pure garbage brain rot targeted at kids, was getting millions of views, and he was part of that crew that said like, hey, don't call Sonic at 3 a.m. or calling the ghost of Michael Jackson. Oh my God, he answered. I mean, just take a look at this nonsense.
Guys, if I spin this fidget spinner on my pinky finger for 5 seconds, you guys have to smash a like button. Dear guys, let's do this. 3, 2, 1. Alright, this is going insane. Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You can tell it was just like complete brain rot. And then, okay, now he's like, I'm gonna call Sonic at 3 o'clock in the morning. And then Sonic actually answered. And it was just clickbait garbage to confuse kids, right? This guy was making bank. This guy was making so much fucking money. Like 12 million views on this shit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, he disappeared for a while. You can see that if you go to latest, besides the videos that we'll talk about right now, his last video from 2 years ago, he met Deadpool. And then it was all the garbage. Don't do daddy long legs at 3 a.m. It was complete trash. And now he came back, but he came back with a totally different concept. And that is scams. You'll see what I mean in just a second. I watched an August the Doug video on this, and I have to agree with the way how he's presenting this. It's definitely sus. So you'll see. Oh my God. Maddie said, my son watched this dude for hours at a time. That sucks, man, because it's total brain rot. I mean, my kids are at the age where they're watching like Skibbity Toilet and garbage like that. This is the equivalency of Skibbity Toilet 8 years ago. So he decided to do a huge comeback, and now he's going for something different. Take a look at this.
Where did Anane disappear to? We haven't heard of him in years. He just disappeared. I guess it's time to announce that he's back.
When I was 14, I made over $1 million. I think it's time to give back now.
This is so cringe.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back.
So you see exactly what's going on here. He's coming with this ego douchebag Andrew Tate wannabe, like just complete nonsense. That's exactly the image that he's going for. And there's a reason why he's doing this. Just hang on for a sec. You'll see exactly where I'm getting to, because there is a reason why he's doing this.
Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. Cause bitch, I got
So
problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression is all that I wanted. The phone and affection.
You know, all those cars are rentals. You know that, right? Or they're AI. Like, yeah. Timu Andrew Tate, for real.
I summon and dub it. Why you be all on my line about nothing? Why won't you go get you $1 or something? Don't hang with a nigga who lying for nothing. I see that we different, you riding, I double. I don't do discussions on bragging about hundreds. Don't go to your places, I know that they sunken. Don't call me your brother, I barely could trust it. I talked to a shorty, she bagging the bugging. And I'ma need all of my dollars on corporate, so hand me the money, I divvy the pie. I'ma give all of my people a portion to build them a fortune on flipping the ride. I can't be mixy when iffy the vibe. And 40 on 50 is really the time. Why are you all on my phone like you want me? Like you wasn't pushing the kid to the side.
I think you guys get the point. It's flexing, 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 flexing. He's no longer spinning fidget spinners. All this cornbag shit. And it's like,
Tell me I'm
whatever. If you want to flex, more power to you. Like that's what he wants to do. He wants to flex. And but there is a purpose as to why I'm telling you this. So his next video, that was like, let's see, how long was that ago? That was 4 months ago. Now his next video is the laziest way to make $10,000 a month for beginners. Step-by-step guide. Okay? And you can see on the thumbnail a picture of him, an AI picture of him and and Andrew Taint. So listen to this.
Hey NNA Squad, welcome back to another brand new video. So guys, as you guys see, this is a different type of video. So I always wanted to make this video for my fans that are struggling in life, and I wanted everyone's lives to change. So once you guys used to watch me, you guys were kids. But now we all have responsibilities, and I feel like I have to share this with you guys. And this is what I've been actually doing off YouTube. Like, I completely quit YouTube.
So in other words, when you guys were watching my videos, you were 8-year-olds that could only pay me with your attention because you didn't have access to credit cards. But now that you might be 16, 17-year-old, you might be able to steal your mommy's credit card and pay me in this way and try this drop shipping. Let me not ruin it. Let me not spoil it. But take a look. Yeah, the hair is hair by Jack Doherty for sure. It kind of looks like a wig. It kind of looks like a toupee that he just put on there. Oh my God.
And this is what I'm doing full time now. So I decided, like, wait, all my fans were supporting me back in the days. Let me teach them some ways.
All your fans were like crayon eating toddlers. No one else would watch this garbage. Dude, your fans were not like functioning people. It's like my daughter. She's 5 years old. She watches Skibbity Toilet. You know, in 8 years, she's not going to give a shit about that. Well, at least I sure hope not.
They can actually start making money. I want to teach you guys something that truly changed my life, and it's changing thousands of other lives every single day.
Became successful at dropshipping.
I've made millions of dollars with dropshipping.
I've been able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars with AI.
$500 a day.
So if you don't know it yet, I'm talking about shipping.
Drop shipping. So here's the thing. When you're in a bad financial spot, you hear someone like this, you hear all these buzzwords that, oh, I made X amount of $1 million. I made X amount of $1 million. And you're like, oh shit, this could be it. This could be the thing that is going to get me out of this financial spot. I mean, I've been on tough financial times before I met my wife. And even when I met my wife in the first year or two, we weren't doing that good. And, you know, you want to try to make money, and he's saying it's the laziest way. So he knows that message is going to reach, but he's not actually going to give anything of value. And there's actually a nefarious purpose here. You'll see in just a moment.
Dropshipping is something that I've even seen 12-year-olds doing dropshipping, and they're doing 6 figures a month, which is
bullshit. There's no 12-year-old making 6 figures a month doing dropshipping. No, that's not true. And the problem with drop shipping is that there's so many people that do it. It was a novelty, like, 5-6 years ago, and you could make some money off it. Absolutely, you can if you're good at it. But now there's so many people that are flooding the market. It's like with everything. Unless you come up with something unique, 10, 15, or maybe 30, 40 people are doing the exact same shit you're doing. And as you're starting this business, there's 2,000-3,000 more that are thinking about starting it at the same time. So the fact that he's saying there's a 12-year-old that's making $100,000 a month doing drop shipping, bullshit. That's
crazy. And it's not even cap, and it's not even magic or anything. It's just a real business model that it actually works, and it's super easy. And the good thing about this whole thing is anyone can start from any age. If you're tired of being stuck, if you need control over your whole life, I need you to lock in with me right now. I'm going to show you literally step by step how to make a dropshipping store, how to get sales and turn this into a real business. And let me be real with you.
Yeah, if you need to Google dropshipping, that's my bad. I should have clarified what it is. It's basically where you are selling someone else's product. Like, let's say you buy something from China, you sell it on Amazon and to someone in the States, but the product is never touching your hands. So it's very, very little investment if you set it up properly. The investment that actually costs, it's setting up the website, paying for advertisement, shit like that. But basically, you're selling items without having a warehouse. So it is smart. It is smart, but it's been done and done and done and overdone. So I'm not saying you cannot make money from this, but you have to be really good at it, and the profit margins are very thin because you're basically competing against the world, and you don't manufacture the product, so you don't have the best price available. If you sell something on Amazon from China, there might be like 10 other items similar at a similar price. So you're going to have to go lower. Your profit margin will be thinner. Yeah, it's not anything new. And I'm not saying don't do it, you won't make money, but I would have very tempered expectations, which is not what he's doing right now.
It's not about being perfect. It's just about starting. So just click on the link on the description right now and let's start together. So first step, we need to find the AI store builder. And the best one that I actually found is called buildyourstore.ai.
So look at this. You see
Straight
where
up,
it says buildyourstore.ai /NA Productions. Well, that's kind of odd. What's this guy's channel name? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's NA Productions. So if you understand what's going on here, and if you look at these links over here, he's getting paid for promoting this website. Now, you might have realized by now that you're watching an ad. This entire video is an ad for this website over here. But he's not disclosing that it's an ad. He's just saying, hey, I'm going to show you step by step how to do this and try this site. It's the best site. He doesn't mention that he's getting a cut because keep in mind, they gave him a custom link, buildyourstore.ai /NA productions. So he has a custom link for the sponsor, but he's not saying that it's a sponsor. And this is not the pic from the thumbnails on the website. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Look, it's on their website. You're so right. I can't believe I didn't notice that. It's on their website, and it shows him in the thumbnail. So clearly he's in cahoots with that. And there's nothing wrong with what he's doing right now if he would disclose that this is an ad. For example, I have had several sponsors and they paid me big bucks. I made a lot of money on sponsors. It was good products I believed in. And I also was very, very clear about this is a sponsored segment. I'll say, let me thank the sponsor of today's video. And when you go in the description, it says, go to my sponsor. And these are very, very strict rules. Like if I would forget to say this is a sponsored video, my agent would say, hey, you forgot to click on that link that you're sponsoring this video, that there's a sponsor for this video. It's very important to be transparent because what's going to happen here is that the audience might think that this guy's telling them a genuine product that he uses, but he is getting sponsored by them and he's not disclosing it. And that is a FTC, I believe that, yeah, it's a FTC violation. Like when you do something like this, you have to disclose that it's a sponsor. Yeah, you're right. That was one of the sponsor I had, Maddie. I've had quite a few and I'm working on more. Matter of fact, this plate hit me up. You guys see how many disc plates I have in the back? I have 12 more downstairs. And I talked to my rep. I'm like, you got to get in contact with Displate because I'm already a big customer. I already have a collection, multiple Displate collections. But apparently I'm going to have to grease their paw a little bit. I'm going to have to butter them up. Hopefully they give me a deal one day because I'm already a big customer. I like them. So you see, that was me actually just talking about something I like. I'm not getting paid by them for anything. I wish I was. But if I was getting paid by them, I have to disclose it, which this guy is not doing. So let's keep watching.
AI. Straight up, it builds your entire dropshipping store for you. I'm talking about product pages, images, description, branding, all done within AI in just 5 minutes. And the best thing about this whole thing is Build Your Store is actually a partner of Shopify. So this is literally gonna build your whole store. So now that we're here, I'm just going to click on Build Your Free Store.
So now he's just showing how to use the product, which is something that you do when you have a sponsored video. You're going to go and you're going to show them how to use the product. And once again, this would be perfectly fine if he disclosed it. None of this says that it's a sponsored video. And I don't think YouTube is going to do much about this. I think it's the FTC that gets involved. For example, if you go to edit a video, like let's say, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to open another page here. So go over here. If you go to your videos, don't look at my stats because they're pretty garbage on this channel. If you go down here, it says here, my videos contain paid promotion like a product placement, sponsorship, or endorsement. By selecting this box, that you confirm that the paid promotion follows our ad policies and any applicable law regulations. Click on learn more. It's going to talk about how you have to comply with the FTC. So yeah, if you want, you could call this a scam. You could call it a scam if you want to, because this is not right. So anyways, there's not much else to say. The guy's a douche. He was playing with fidget spinners, and now he's doing these sponsors without telling people they're sponsors. So, yeah, good point. 300 likes and over 1,000 dislikes. That is really bad. Like, that's really bad. So, yeah, I didn't expect anything good coming from this guy when his videos used to look like, garbage like this. Like at this age, he was a grown man. Like this guy had a full-blown beard, tattoos, and he's saying, "Do not FaceTime ISO speed at 3 a.m." Like I know it got a lot of views, but this is some real cringe stuff. Like, how do you make this type of content? I have no clue. Anyways, it looks like what he's doing now is even worse. So that's it for that. All right. Yeah, that was a fun segment. And yeah, thank you for being here, guys. Maddie, I appreciate every single one of you. Justine, we're going to get this channel popping. It's going to take a bit, but we will get it popping. Hopefully we'll have more people next time, but I got to get into people's homepage, and I know exactly how to do that, and that's to post clips. So our next topic is about the Mr. Beast situation. Now, Mr. Beast has been running pretty hard with this water project where he's trying to give, I forgot how many millions of people water in Africa. And there has been some backlash in just the way he's been doing it. It has been kind of aggressive in some cases. I just want to show you this one clip where he pretty much squeezed Asmongold. It would be in the Asmongold clips category. Hold on.
Trans, non-binary, hung a trans.
No, not into that. Not today. So it was something of... Okay. I don't know if it's this one. He posts so many videos. It's crazy. It's hard to... I think it was about a week or two ago. And it had to do with Mr. Beast. Hold on. Let me just write Mr. Beast. Okay, yeah. It's this. Watch this, okay?
Yeah, you're donating? Oh, I saw that. So yeah, yesterday, driving home from my dad's house, and I see that I get added into a call with Hassan, Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, Aiden Ross, and XQC. And I'm like, all right, I'll join this one.
We know you got a lot of that, Aiden.
Hey! What is this? Hi, hello, hi guys.
Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Jimmy, Mr. Beast. Yeah, there's this charity thing called Team Water where every dollar donated is a year of clean water for someone in need. Your friends here were saying you were a very generous soul.
Are you really gonna do this shit? I fucking did the McDonald's drive-thru, man. Is this gonna happen to me? Just give me a number, Jimmy.
All right, so Jinxie, Logan, they both just committed $100 grand and
100K? No way. Look, guys, here's the thing. I'm about actually, I don't know why this guy. Like, how does it take this long to pay for McDonald's?
I see tweets all the time about how you're the most watched Twitch streamer, like watch time every month. You're like,
so just to be fair, Asmongold can drop $100,000 and not even think about it. He can drop 100K and be like, wash his hands completely. But also that would imply he washes his hands, which is another story. I don't mind the guy. I'm just trolling. But he can drop 100K, no problem, not even blink. You know, he probably makes that in a day or in a couple days. Not a problem. But the way to put someone on the spot and say like, hey, by the way, donate $100,000. Like that's something else. That's a pretty type of aggressive fundraising, if you know what I mean. But let's keep watching.
And you know what? You know how much I get paid for that? 17 cents. It's a big day for me. I'll donate. I'll donate, Jimmy. I'm not going to donate $100,000. I'm going to be honest. That's a lot of money.
You're putting people on the spot. You put me on the spot too, man. And now I'm broke.
Y'all try to make me look like an asshole. That's what's going on. I know what's going on here.
Asmund, I got an idea for you. If we do a stream, me, you, Aiden, we put that day, we do a whole stream together, right? All of us combined, and we just donate that amount to that.
I will say this. I would do it.
Hey, I gotta go, guys.
Yep,
Jimmy, send me the info. Asmund, pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, you too, man.
See you,
bye, guys. You're doing God's work, Jimmy.
All right, Logan. Thanks, sweetie. Thanks, Asmund.
All right, Yep, I'll see y'all later. And I'm like, now they're trying to get me to donate a bunch of fucking money. 100K? That's a lot of money, man. I should have donated like $400, but yeah, guys, I'll go ahead. I'll lay it down. I should have told them that I would donate the amount of money that I made from Twitch from ads this month. You guys want to know how much that total amount of money would be? The total amount of ad revenue made.
So it says here total estimated revenue is 16 grand. Now, I don't know if that's per day or per stream or per month. I highly doubt that's per month. But he says that on ads.
Let's see. How much are they getting? $1.78. Nobody's seeing ads for me. I'll tell you that.
Well, yeah. So he's doing political content. It's possible he gets ads. I understand that he doesn't get ads. That's one thing. But yeah, so that's one situation that I've seen where Mr. Beast is getting kind of like aggressive with the fundraising. Now, I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but I wanted to show you that as part of context. So let's take a look.
So it has been quite some time since I last talked about Mr. Beast. We all know that he was the hottest news story on YouTube last year when his best friend Chris got exposed for his past actions with kids in their community. And then of course that guy Dogpack came out with his multi-part series where he attempted to take him down altogether.
I wanted to provide some context to this video.
That was some funny shit. If you guys were watching this Mr. Beast saga back then, this really casted a big doubt for a lot of people. Camera's going off again. It's like every time I move my hand, it starts freaking out. So this casted a big doubt because I always thought Mr. Beast was just so altruistic. He's such a nice guy. He found a perfect loophole to do good and to give back to the community at the same time. And that really casted a lot of doubt because this guy was saying, well, some of the giveaways are not real. He's giving shit away to his employees. Some of these donations are not proper. Like there's something sketchy. And the raffle he was doing with the signed items, a lot of people weren't getting what they were supposed to get. And there was the illegal lottery. So there was a lot of shadow being casted on that perfectly immaculate empire that Jimmy had. It was a really interesting ride, to be honest. Now, some of that has faded away, but it still has left a stain on Jimmy, Mr. Beast's empire. Now, let's see what is going on now, because I'm assuming it has to do with the aggressive fundraising.
Former Mr. Beast employee, and today I am alleging that the company rigged videos and did illegal lotteries and sold fake signatures. I would consider that fraud, okay? Thank you, enjoy the video.
And so everyone was hating on Jimmy for a couple of months. I actually heard that Pegasus bought a mansion with all the slop he made. And then the situation just kind of concluded when Oompaville would interview Mr. Beast for 2.5 hours, lobbing this man softball after softball with very limited pushback.
Did you think it would get this big? No, I mean, truthfully, I honestly thought a lot of people would find like the information proving the dishonesty earlier.
The Google?
Yeah, like, because a lot of this could have been, just figured out Google. A lot of this.
And that was essentially the end of that situation. Yes, Mr. Beast may have lost some steam temporarily, but I feel like he has largely recovered, and most of that is now in the past. It's not like he lost his major deal with Amazon. And I will also say, this guy Dogpack is pretty much MIA. I think he was spooked away by a potential lawsuit.
Are you going to sue Dogpack? Caused a lot of harm to my businesses. I mean, I've literally had people pull out millions of dollars and then tell me it was directly because of his video. And don't worry, I instantly was like, can you send that in writing? So, if I win a case or anything, I can directly point damages. No reason why. And Like, I don't want to be put in this situation, but probably gonna have to. I mean,
and historically,
so I don't know if he sued him to this point, but you have a good question here. Where's the proof that they donated that much money? So in some cases, Dogpack showed proof that the prizes were going to his employees. So you already know that video is bullshit. There was another video where Mr. Beast said that he paid for the vision of like 1,000 blind people, and he showed a clinic where there was procedures being done, and that clinic made a video that they never got paid. They didn't get paid, and then after this went viral, then they got paid. So it's suspicious. Like, let me just say that before I thought this guy was just doing so much good, but it looks like it's very suspicious what's going on here. The whole thing is suspicious now. If you watch one of his videos now, you're really asking yourself, well, is this real? Because before there was a good amount of, there was no doubt. There was no general doubt on his videos. But now it's very different.
The other criticism of Mr. Beast has been the way he does his charity, and really how he frames his content. Like, even Meat Canyon has gotten in on the action when it comes to taking the piss out of Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast, yes! I want you to have $50,000, take it! Also a Tesla! Don't forget about the Tesla! I know how much you need a car, little boy. Oh, this is premium content, yes!
This all has caused people to claim that he is literally the Antichrist, as people see his style as exploitative in nature, basically saying that Jimmy has built a billion-dollar brand by showcasing the suffering of others for eventual profit for himself. I mean, truthfully, I do not really watch enough of his content to feel any type of way about it, but I will say that something about the guy and his lack of emotions and his dead eyes does really creep me out on a personal.
You're just like, I am getting creeped out by it. Yeah, I mean, I feel like all these billionaires, like Mark Zuckerberg and this guy, yeah, they kind of have this like NPC look where it's like, is this a real person? Not Jeff Bezos, because Jeff Bezos is always laughing and he just looks like he's having a jolly old good time with all his billions. And Elon Musk is another story. That guy, the video game, the best gamer of all time, the best Diablo player, the best Path of Exile player that doesn't seem to understand the game, the core mechanics. But, yeah, like I see what he's talking about. There's something sus going on here.
Level, it's almost as if Elon.
What the fuck? I just mentioned these guys, and this guy's putting it in the very, very next frame. The very next frame.
Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg made a Gen Z love child in a laboratory somewhere. Like, listen, Mark, we don't give a fuck if you grow your hair out and you throw on an oversized black t-shirt. You are not fooling me. I know you got reptile skin, son. Now, either way, Mr. Beast's latest philanthropy attempt has been Team Water, an initiative that hopes to provide clean water to people all around the world who do not have access to it. So his plan is to raise $40 million to do so, and he claims that he can give 2 million people access to this water for decades on end if they do raise this money.
Is one of the 3 tanks that's going to be providing clean drinking water to over 300 people in the community.
This tank, when completed, will hold 15,000 liters of water, paired with a mechanism to clean the water, disinfect it, and make it safe to drink.
Once this is done being built, how long is the tank supposed to service the community for?
Easily for at least 15 to 20 years.
Now, over and over, he brands this by claiming that every dollar.
This is a good thing if it happens. If it happens. And the problem that I have with YouTube altruism or YouTube philanthropy is that real philanthropists, or as they call it in It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, full-on rapists, they do it because it's the right thing to do. They don't do it for recognition. Sure, they might have their names in galas or, have public donations, but they don't make constant videos about it saying, hey, look at the great thing I done here. Now, I understand that that's the concept of his channel, is to give money and get paid with ad revenue to be able to give more money. But it's not real philanthropy. Like, it might be, but it's not 100% real from the heart philanthropy, in my opinion. He might still do a lot of good, 100%. But yeah, it will happen when Akon finishes his city. You're totally right. Shit, that shit's not happening for a while, man.
Raised will result in 1 year of clean water for one person.
Which is why we need your help to raise $40 million. On average, every dollar donated will provide one person with clean water for an entire year. Just every dollar we fundraise, we're working with a charity called WaterAid, gives a year of clean water to someone in need.
Every dollar.
Every dollar.
But at the end of the day, $1 gives one person clean water for a year.
Which honestly I do find kind of hard to believe that he can confidently say that, because while it does sound good on paper, how would you even compute that number? I see it as psychological marketing more than anything, which is fine, like other charities do this, like adopting a kid for X amount of money, helping X amount of dogs for X amount of...
They always guilt trip the fuck out of you. Like, they'll show the saddest little children, and they're saying, you know, for this amount of dollars per day, you know, you'll get this and you'll get that. And I'll tell you guys a story. I'll tell you guys a story, and this is a little bit of the hidden things about charity. I was a salesman before becoming a YouTuber, and one of the job that I got, well, I was interviewed for, I actually didn't get the job, but was for activist groups for animals. So it was animal activism. You would go in the street and you would ask people for donations, and that money would go to the animals, right? To, you know, lobby for better rights for animals. Well, here's the thing, is that this job was the highest paying job available on Craigslist for that month. They paid $20 an hour, and this was like 15 years ago. So this job paid $20 an hour, which would be an equivalent of like $30 an hour now. And, you know, where's this money coming from, right? It's coming from the donations. So there's so many charity that have this really high overhead where their employees are getting paid a lot, and it's coming from the donations. So you might think, hey, I'm giving $10 to this activism group to lobby for better rights for animals, but maybe only $2 of that is going towards the cause, and the rest is going to the administration fees. So you have to be very careful when you give to charity, like how much of your money is actually going to be used for the cause. That's something to consider. And I was shocked because all the other jobs at that time, it was like $15 an hour, $14 an hour, and that was still pretty damn good. The minimum wage was like $9. So you're talking about double the minimum wage and a little bit more, and that was the starting rate. So imagine if you're doing that for a couple of years, you sign up a lot of people, it must have went up to $30 an hour. So yeah, you have to be cautious.
Money, maybe we'll send you a picture of an endangered animal, maybe a t-shirt. Whatever it is, it's kind of just a way to make people feel more like they can put a tangible result behind their donation. But where people started questioning his tactics was around the time he appeared on various live streams, essentially pressuring large creators and other wealthy individuals live to donate.
Your friends here were saying you were a very generous...
That's exactly what we just showed in the beginning. I mean, he literally squeezed the fuck out of Asmongold. He's like, give me money.
Y'all putting me on the spot. Y'all try to make me look like an asshole. That's what's going on. I know what's going on here.
And don't get me wrong, most of these people do have more money than they likely deserve. But I feel like at the end of the day, people should do what they want with their money. And I'm sure there are local or more personal causes they could donate their money to that would see a bigger impact than just blindly throwing money into this because Mr. Beast says it's good. There were others who also shared the sentiment of basically, why should I donate to this after being peer pressured to do so if Mr. Beast is going to take all the credit anyways?
Team Water, what do you think of when you think of that? You're not thinking of any other creator except Mr. Beast. So Mr. Beast gets all the credit. So, you know, when he's, you know, asking people to donate on his stream and stuff and pressuring them, and I think it's just kind of a little weird. Like, bro, when they're pressuring these creators to donate money and everything for that, I can see why some creators don't want to do it because it's Mr. Beast's name that gets all the recognition. It's not Bill Bob Jr. II donating $1 million that's going to get the recognition. It's going to be Mr. Beast raises over $10 million to Team Water.
Now this begging pattern would really escalate when he would...
This e-begging. This is a new type of e-begging because usually when you e-beg, and you know, that's kind of funny because we're talking about e-begging now. That's actually the topic of the final segment that we are going to watch in just a moment after this. But yeah, it is some type of shakedown. Like, hey, give me your money now. I need to do this charitable event and I need your cash and I need it now. It's like, dude, simmer down, man. This is really aggressive. Like, chill the hell out. But yeah, let's see if it got even worse because the Asmongold shakedown was pretty extreme. But let's see if this could get any worse than that.
Go on a Team Water charity stream with Aiden Ross and XQC of all people, where they vowed to stay on until they reached $8 million in donations. In the end, the stream would actually last 18 hours, and they would successfully destroy their goal with $12 million donated. And this would actually set an apparent world's record, something Mr. Beast was very happy about, calling it his biggest flex. Now I will say, during the stream, Jimmy exhibited some very strange behavior, like I said, mainly when it came to pressuring people to donate.
Also, you guys pledged this money a long time ago, and everyone else already gave it. Actually, some of your boys haven't donated yet. So,
who?
I got the list.
He has a list. He has a list of people that have not donated. Yo, that is unhinged. Yeah, Maddie, you're right. It is DSP, but it's a good one. It's a good crash out. Trust me. This guy has a list. And like, whoa, hold on a minute. Let me check my list of who hasn't donated so I can squeeze the fuck out of them and get them to donate. Like, holy shit, man. That is extreme. That is insane.
A little bit of a shakedown.
Okay, let's do it. Let's call it out live.
You really want to know who hasn't donated yet?
Yeah, come on.
Los Polos. He pledged 100K. No 100K.
Okay, he'll do it.
I followed up with him multiple times. Kodak Black.
It wasn't him on his account. Yeah, I found out.
But can he just donate 50K anyways? Young Thug.
Young Thug will do it.
Keep calm.
It's like he's using his influence and social power, and also the fact that they are on a live stream to put people on the spot to get these donations, some of which he had never even talked to a single time previously.
Debt collector here, where's that 100 G's?
What's up, Vestige of Peace? Nice to see you here.
Dude, what the hell? How am I getting pressed like this?
Where's the 100 grand? It's 100,000 years of clean water for people in need.
Dude, I haven't streamed it. Like I said, I'm doing 100 and then whatever my chat donates. I told you that.
Okay.
Oh, he did say that though. He did say that though.
Okay. I forgot.
And I will say, he himself...
Yo, that is something else. Like, this guy he sounds like a pissed off drug dealer that you haven't paid off in about a month. He's like, the fuck? Where's my 100 grand, bro? It's like, dude, calm the hell down. Like, this is supposed to be charity, not extortion. Holy shit.
Did donate over $500,000 to kick the entire thing off, but his tactics just came off as very bizarre to me, probably because of the way he speaks about large quantities of money like it's literally nothing.
Dude, I'm playing some Counter-Strike right now. I'm live too.
Oh, let's go. Well, Hayden, get your toes off the table.
Sorry.
Please.
No. Let him keep his toes on the table, bro.
Nah, that's crazy, Rog. You can't be saying that unless you're donating some money. I saw in one of your videos, you got a nice house. You got a lot going for you. The view's been high. What are you doing, 100 million this month?
Oh my God. He's like, bro, you have a nice house. I think you can afford to pay a little bit to my charity. Like, dude, what kind of extortion ass shit is this, man? Holy shit. Like, the tactics, man. The tactics are they're so slimy. Like, I don't see another way that you can present this as slimy. Holy shit.
Every $1, a year of clean water for someone in need. What do you think, Rug?
First off, amazing cause. What can I do? I'll definitely donate to the cause for sure. And I just don't know off the top of my head what I would do.
All right, I don't want to peer pressure you. What about 5 Gs?
That's light. I mean, I would say at least 10.
Oh, okay. Well, then sounds like you can do more. Can we get a 15? 15 grand?
We'll get a 15 grand in there. We'll get a 15
grand. Okay, hey, donate it live on stream. Shout out to...
He's like, you can do more than that. You wouldn't want me to call my boys, right? If you're just giving 10 grand. It's like, holy fuck, dude. These are really aggressive extortion. Oh, excuse me. fundraising techniques. What the hell?
100%. We got you at 15.
All right, thank you, man. Catch you later.
Let's go. Hey, of course.
Let's do some math right here, boys. That 15 grand I just got us, does that even make a dent? What percentage 15 grand of 8 million? Someone do the, hey, Luke, can you do the math? What percent of $8 million is $15,000?
No idea.
I just don't understand the concept of begging someone to donate and then immediately saying that a $15,000 donation is pointless. Like, is this a...
That is a very, very good point from Jamari. It's like, dude, you were asking for this 15 grand like your life depended on it. And now you're like, actually, it's kind of meaningless. It's like, dude, well, that's awesome. If I were the guy that just got extorted for 15 grand, I'd be, well, like, fuck this guy. I said 10, and then he raised me up to 15, and now he's saying that's not enough? Like, fuck him. This is extreme.
Charity, or is it a pseudo dick measuring contest? There was also this weird moment after some workers came in and set up some sort of like shark mechanical bull-esque device, and he ironically did not want to give them water.
We got the thumbs up.
Hey, you guys want some? You guys want some water?
Nah, we'll get him some water in a bit.
Hey, Chris, get them some water, please.
Other than that, you had some more
Isn't the point to give water to everybody? Now you don't want to give it to them? That's just kind of weird.
Moments from Jimmy, where he said things he normally would not say due to his now like family-friendly brand.
Yo, I fuck with this. I fuck with that.
These are like blanket pigs.
Yeah, they taste like jizz in your mouth.
What the?
But how do you know what that tastes like, though?
Do you like Feastables?
No.
No. Kidding.
He also kept talking about a snake potentially biting his dick.
He's hungry. I don't like it. No, he's getting towards my D. No! No!
Say goodbye to your D.
Don't touch my D. Don't touch my D. Okay. All right, I feel better. It's off my D.
I mean, this is off-brand for him, but he has been a little bit unhinged since last year. Like, Mr. Beast rented an entire theater to watch the Hawk Tua podcast when that shit was a thing. So, kind of weird what's going on here. You can tell that being this family-friendly, always smiling with positive content persona, it's kind of coming to an end, and he's not able to hold it all that time. So I don't know why the guy was blue. That's a good question. That's Aiden Ross. That's a topic for another video. But yeah, kind of weird. Like, he's not able to keep up that persona. And, you know, I don't blame him. Like, I have a personality. I wouldn't want to do like kids-friendly shows or kids-friendly content and just pretend to be, you know, so PG and everything. Not even PG, but like, you know, general, just being so positive and over the top with nothing toxic. I would go nuts. So, but that's the brand he chose. So when he veers off to a little bit, people are going to notice. That's for sure.
I was getting nervous, man. Yo, what if that one bit my D in half?
Then we had content finally.
I don't know, man. Like,
all right,
that would hurt.
You would still have your D.
And they even got this man Aiden oiled up on some Diddy shit.
This is what doing a Mr. Beast stream is. Really? Hell loser. Timmy, this is what you got me doing, bro? There's baby all on my face.
But let's be honest, the guy is probably used to being in that position by now, as he eats the gunk from his very own feet. But yeah, I do find Mr. Beast to be kind of awkward.
What? Is that for real?
I do find Mr. Beast to be kind of awkward.
This guy eats his foot booger, man. What the fuck?
Guy, but I'll also say at the end of the day, he does do good things for people in need, and maybe he is jaded and defensive over his charity efforts because lies about his philanthropy have gone viral in the past. Like when people were claiming that the 100 wells he built in Uganda back in 2023 were no longer functioning due to a lack of funding and maintenance. There was zero evidence to substantiate this claim, and he would debunk this by having someone visit all 100 of them to show they are still working just fine in the current day. But I don't know, there is just something so ironic about the humanity guy coming off as so robotic. The guy trying to save society at every turn, and he's kind of made that his whole brand, at the same time seems painfully disconnected from the reality of most people, and the way they view money. It's really kind of the same issue that people had with his Amazon series. Something about it felt very dystopian. And when I compare him to someone like
So I never watched that. I don't know why. After all that shit came out, like the Mr. Beast thing is like, it's kind of icky now. So I'm not really interested into watching his Amazon series. I heard it was kind of like a train wreck, but I'm behind on so many shows. Like one show that we're watching now, me and the wife, is Dexter Resurrection. That shit is so fucking good. Like, oh, it is so damn good. So I'm really behind on shows, and I'm not gonna waste time watching Mr. Beast on Amazon. That sounds ridiculous. I haven't even finished The Boys. I haven't even finished Power Raising Kanan. So I'm like way behind on shows.
Ryan Trahan, the difference is truly night and day when it comes to how genuine this guy comes off in his content. I don't know, no matter what you do, someone is always going to be outraged. I do want to know what you guys think about this situation down below. Do you think as long as it's a net positive, it doesn't really matter how we get there? Or do you think that the whole thing was just a little bit cringy, a little bit strange? I mean, you got a billionaire here begging for donations from his friends, asking for numbers. I want to know y'all's thoughts down below. I do also want to thank you guys for watching today's video.
Yeah, so this video is from Jamari. This guy is solid here. This guy's a really solid content creator. I love his content, and he seems like a very genuine guy. Now, overall, yeah, if he manages to give water to all those people, of course, it's a net positive, 100%. But the extortion techniques are kind of weird, man. They're kind of extreme. So that was it for Mr. Beast. We are going to move on to the final topic. So you were right when you were talking about who's the final topic. It is DSP. But before we get into that, let me know down below. There's not that many of you in here, and we're a small community to start. We have 8 viewers, which is fine. But let me know, what kind of topics are you interested in that I can bring into the next live stream? Because I'm trying to talk about several different types of videos. So I want your input. If you have any topics that you think are interesting, please let me know. Now, final topic. DSP, which is going to be a recurring character on this show. This guy, he doesn't need an introduction, but I'll give him one anyways, is the biggest grifter, gaslighter, e-bagger, scumbag on YouTube. Maybe not the biggest scumbag, but he's the biggest grifter. He has an audience of about 200 people that he manipulates into giving him a shit ton amount of money. Like this guy, he complained yesterday that he only made $120 in a stream. You heard that right. This guy complained at $120 for about 3 hours of playing video games. That is nuts. That's $40 an hour for playing video games. So let's take a look at his latest crash out, and I'm going to explain to you the lore as it's happening, because it all has to do with the goals. So let's take a look.
Oh, banana. Oh, banana.
Schedule gaming and everything.
So this is a good point. Make sure that the camera is off if you're jerking pre-stream. This is what's really mind-blowing about this guy. He's like in an office, kind of like how I am right now. You see, this is my office. I have my musical instruments. And this guy was about to live stream. He's about to click play. There's a camera in front of him, and he starts jerking off, cranking his monkey. And he's jerking off while there's a camera in front of him. He thought he wasn't live. But I mean, dude, you know how incredibly reckless that is? If you're going to go jerk off, find somewhere else. Or if you're going to do that, unplug your camera. And the worst part is that he jerked off, then he busted, and then he went on to live streaming like nothing happened. So for all we know, this is his routine. Like he jerks off, and then he live streams. He doesn't even wash his hand. His keyboard is probably crusty and shit. It's like, what the fuck is going on here? So anyways, that was like several years ago. That was 10 years ago. But yeah, now we're going to talk about the e-begging.
Talk about contributions and where we are. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this week...
It's important to mention that most of this guy's content is not him playing video games, which is what he's supposed to get paid for. It's these financial audits where he's auditing his audience to squeeze them for more money. Pretty much very similar to what we just saw with Mr. Beast, but at a much lower scale.
Overall was a great week. It was a short week. This is day 5 and it's the end of my week already, okay? But this actually is a really good week. Why? In general, things went really well. We completed Mafia, right? Death Stranding 2 is done. We're at the very tail end of the playthrough of Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is great. So we're going to be moving on to all new stuff. We had great overly supported streams. Like we had streams where we hit
By the way, I just want to clarify for those people who might be new, on top of being an extreme grifter and just such a weirdo, he's also terrible, and I mean terrible, at video games. So this guy, he was playing Mario Kart, and his streams, his clips were going viral because of how bad he was. And he's saying that, oh, this Mario Kart is just, there's no strategy to it. There's no skill. It's just complete nonsense. It's just, you know, do whatever. It's just a bunch of items. First of all, there's always been a lot of items in Mario Kart. The new Mario Kart that just came out, it does have its flaws, but technically it is the most advanced Mario Kart there is. 100% without a shadow of a doubt. If you watch someone who plays Mario Kart like Shortcat, for example, he will do tricks off the rails, off the walls. It is mesmerizing to see. It's incredible, the talent that goes into playing Mario Kart, this new one. Like the shortcuts and the rails, it's just a level of technicality that wasn't in the previous games. So this guy is wrong every single step of the way. And when he doesn't get his way, he doesn't get the money that he wants, he starts blaming the game and come up with a bunch of excuses. But that's not even what we're talking about today. We're talking about the goals and the tips.
Goals. At the flip side of that, we had streams where we would come close to hitting a goal and we didn't. So it kind of evened out, to be honest. When you have one stream where you're hitting 2-3 goals, but then you have a stream where you don't hit the goal by a narrow margin, that's why we didn't hit 10 goals this week. We actually started this week at 14 goals. Did you know that? We started at 14. So the thing is, 3 streams we did great where we went over the top levels of support, but then several streams we came up just short. So because of that, we're still stuck at 17 out of 20 goals. Notably yesterday, conclusion of Mafia, the old country, $120. Oh, we're so close to the goal, right?
Dude, $120, that is a shit ton of money for a stream. I've made $0. $0 on this stream, and that is perfectly fine because I'm growing something. If down the road, after I've been at it for a while, making, you know, $120 per stream, that is fantastic. The problem is that this guy has never adapted. You see, YouTube, and I've said this the last time I talked about this, YouTube is always changing and morphing, and, you know, it's adapting into something new to go with what the viewers want to see. And that's why I'm starting new channels all the time. I have successful channels. I have my 2 body cam channels that are paying the bills very well. And I could just focus on that and take so much time off and not have to worry about making content, making new content that is unmonetized or that gets a handful of views. I could just cruise along with the body cam stuff for years. I could do that for years and my bills would be paid. But I'm trying to adapt and to evolve and to try new things to prepare for the future. And this guy is not capable of preparing for the future. He has been doing the same thing over and over and over for 15 years. And obviously it's not working anymore. So he is just squeezing his very small audience by the neck. He is strangling them and extracting as much money from their wallet as possible. If he adapted and made content that the masses actually want to watch, then in that case, then he could be very, very successful. Yeah, you're right. I have my 15 Minutes of Shame channel. That is something that I tried out last year. I was like, you know what? Let me try something else that is focused on people that are just embarrassing themselves on the internet. Very different than body cams. and it worked out. And now it's at 85,000 subscribers. It's kind of slowing down a bit, but that's okay. That happens with everything. This guy is incapable of trying new things. So he's just double downing on squeezing his audience. All right, now let's continue.
Donkey Kong, I'm not expecting to hit goals, to be honest with everyone. Donkey Kong is already a played out game that no one is really talking about anymore. And I have like 1 to 2 streams left to beat it. I can't wait to beat it. But the thing is, it just lingers on and never ends. Last night's stream, oh my God. Last night's stream was like, what is going on with this game? It is boring as hell. Oh, look, you're in Food World. Guess what you do in Food World? Just take a wild guess what you do in Food World of Donkey Kong Bonanza. You fucking smash things to get bananas and items. Wow. I never would have guessed. I've only played...
I mean, it's a platformer. And yeah, it's a platformer centered around smashing. I played Donkey Kong Bonanza. I beat it. The end is incredible. The finale is so good. And I don't think he'll be able to beat the final boss. I don't think he has it in him. Very difficult boss. The end is so damn good. Donkey Kong Bonanza is a slow burn. It's like, it was slow at first. The difficulty just climbs up and up and up. But this guy, you need to give him everything right away. He wants to like play a game for like 10 hours and be done with it. So the fact that he's shitting on Donkey Kong Bonanza, which is objectively a very good game, like you can't really say that it's a bad game. It's just good. Like maybe it's not his style, but it's good. So yeah.
This game
very weird thing to shit on when universally it's accepted as a very good game.
25 hours.
No, I'm not spoiling it. That's why I did not use boss names at all. I'm just telling you that the end is very good, and that's it. The end is incredibly good, and it's worth the payout. It's worth beating it through. Like, it's a very, very solid game.
So anyway, in general, we've been doing good. This week actually has been a great week. Great gameplay.
So in general, you're doing good. So why are you bitching about it for 11 minutes? Apparently he couldn't beat the training levels of Tony Hawk. You know, I've never played Tony Hawk, so I can't speak on that. But I'm telling you guys, this guy has had so many opportunities to play games that are challenging, that would bring butts in the seats, like he likes to say. He passed out. I'm not passed out. He passed on the best Souls-like that has, I would say, one of the best Souls-like ever that is non-From Software. He passed on Kazan, the first Berserker, which is an amazing Souls-like. And that's usually his thing. He plays all the From Software titles. Why do you pass on Kazan? Oh yeah, it's because he was about to get his asshole pushed in over and over and over. He would have made a lot of money. People would have showed up, but he doesn't want to get his asshole pushed in, caved in by Kazan, which is a very difficult game. So he's always choosing the easy route instead of choosing a route that is actually entertaining. Play Kazan or play another ranked game competitive. He'll go like playing Truck Simulator or like walking simulators, you know, or power washing nonsense. You know, he always chooses the easy route.
Great progress, great support, and we're lining up for all new stuff next week, new games and everything, right? But we haven't hit any goals. Seriously, like every other stream, it's like we hit a goal, we don't hit a goal. We hit a goal, we don't hit a goal. That's why we're at 17 out of 20. All right? Sucks. I wanted to do, DSP tries it, the adult McDonald Land Happy Meal. I was going to get both versions of it so we could get 2 of these adult collectible toys.
So this is the thing. He's throwing a tantrum because people haven't given him the 20 goals, which, by the way, every goal is $150. So he is asking for $1,500 per reward. Now, what's the reward? You get to see this useless piece of crap. Hold on. This useless piece of crap eat McDonald's. Why the hell am I going to pay someone $1,500 to watch them eat McDonald's when I can pay $15 and eat it myself? That doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. That's not a reward. That's just you eating McDonald's, which is so uneventful. Like, you're literally guilt tripping these people for what? For what, man? Holy shit.
Things. And I was going to try the snack wraps at McDonald's at the same time. So it was going to be like a double DSP tries it. And now we're not doing it. All right? Unless, I mean, there's one way.
Here it comes, guys. Here it comes. It's coming. You know it's coming.
There's one way that we can hit the goal. If we get 3 goals on this stream, by the end of this stream of the podcast and CKED 2 HD, we would need to raise $450 to do DSP Tries It. I wonder if it's realistic to expect that my audience that comes out for JRPGs, which is already smaller than my regular mainstream audience, would support this stream and give me $450 of support just to...
Dude, stop the fucking gaslighting. Holy shit, man. No. $450 is unreasonable. You know that. They know that. You're just playing fucking games. You're playing mind tricks instead of playing video games, which is what is supposed to be your job. This guy spends so much time talking about money and so little time playing video games. It's unreal. It's sick, man. This guy has real fucking issues, man. Real issues. It's really sick.
See if we're going to do DSP Tries It today. No. The answer is no. That's not going to happen. It would be an insane, ridiculous, out of left field Hail Mary thing, and I'm not expecting it, nor am I asking for it. You're not going to hear me on this stream being like, give me $450. I'm not stupid. Okay? I'm not.
But that's what you're doing now, though. That's exactly what you're doing right now. Indirectly, you're like, give me $450. Like, that would be incredible, but it won't happen. Like, I'm challenging you to do it. That's what he's doing right now. How do they not realize this? Like, he's doing this right now. And honestly, the people here that are the most responsible for this is the people that enable him and give him money. They should just let him completely dry out. Have him go multiple streams with no money whatsoever. Have him had $2 per stream, $3 per stream. Let him dry out. Let him completely panic to the point where he has to reinvent himself. To the point where he has to put in effort into his content. To the point where he actually has to do research to present topics. Let him reinvent himself. Stop enabling this garbage. I really hope that my video reaches at least one of his viewers. At least one. And you know, there's a lot of these people that come in and out, they donate money to him, and then they stop. They realize that it's an endless money pit. You just throw money in it, and it changes nothing. The pit always need more. It's like that episode in South Park where they're rattling their can. They're like, change. And, you know, Kyle gives him $20, and he's like, change. That's exactly what this is. This guy is a broke bum that is rattling a tin can in the streets. That's what's going on over here.
So, it is what it is. Obviously, I am trying to get 1 goal a stream. We didn't hit the goal when we played CKED 2 on Tuesday, but we were close. We were over $120. So, if we hit it today, we will get to 18 out of 20. Tonight, the late stream is Capcom versus SNK2 on Thursday Night Fights. Hopefully, we can hit a goal for that. Then we'll be at 19 out of 20. And that would put us in position to do...
Like, he's calculating all this money that hasn't hit his bank account yet. It's like, dude, just stop. Just shut your mouth. Like, seriously, just shut up. Like, when you put out good content, people will give you money. Like, I had a stream, what was it? Last Friday. It was body cam stuff. It was body cam react. And I went on for about 3 hours. And the viewers, we were having a blast. We were having so much fun. And it was just So much fun. And keep in mind, this is a stream I do once every 2 weeks because you don't want to saturate your audience with live streams. You want to make it special, right? So we were doing a amazing stream. We were having so much fun. And I made I think it was $500 because people saw I was having fun. I was providing quality content. I selected very good videos and we were just having a good time together. Now, if I did this live stream every single day, I would make less and less and less and less. And that's normal. And that's why live streaming like that, unless you have thousands and thousands of people that are watching your live streams, it's not a viable business model at all. It's not a viable business model because these people, they're going to run out of money. Eventually, they're going to run out of funds to give you. You can't just rely on their generosity. It is not a reliable business model. Like panhandling, digital panhandling should not be a career, but this is what this guy does. Anyways, let's keep watching. I am cutting in quite a bit for this segment because I have a lot to say. I've been watching this guy for years, and it's almost like a habit to see like, oh, what is this guy begging about now? What is he bitching about now? And sometimes I just want to go through my TV and strangle him. I just want to choke him out and be like, dude, shut the fuck up. But obviously, world doesn't work like that. And it's probably better that way because I would go to jail. But this guy is unbearable. Unbearable.
Tries it when I return on Sunday. Okay? Sunday will be a big stream. If you're not aware, it is official, 100%. Everything, all those gifted subs that happened during the GTA 4 stream the other night, we're good. At least as of now, no chargebacks or anything. So because of that, absolutely, I'm following up on my promise. On Sunday, the daytime stream will be GTA 4 with mods, story conclusion. We are going to push on a major stream to finish the story. 3 hours, I think we will actually beat GTA.
Like, this game is mad old. GTA 4 is like, holy shit, that came out, 10 years ago? And the fact that he's saying, like, this is some big stream, like, this is something huge. Dude, this is you playing a 15 or a 10-year-old game. And the thing is that he's not entertaining. He's not funny. Like, I've watched his streams, and it's boredom. The guy is so unfunny. He's bad. He's really bad at video games, and his commentary is shit. So it's kind of like, I hate to say that, but his audience are, somewhat mentally challenged. Like, he's just so bland. His content has no flavor. It's just so samey and just washed out, like devoid of any personality whatsoever. Besides the begging, he's passionate about that. He is extremely passionate about the begging. Trust me.
GTA 4, or we'll be damned close to beating GTA 4. Okay? So, once GTA 4's main story is done, then we're going to start the Ballad of Gay Tony DLC. To be frank with everyone, I'm not sure how long it's going to be for day streams. Why? Because there's 2 new games next week. The week after that, there's 2 more new games. I don't see how we could have Ballad of Gay Tony be a day stream after maybe its initial couple of streams. I'll try. We'll see what happens. But we're going to play it. I committed to it. I said, hey, if this support comes through, and it did. So Ballad of Gay Tony begins on Sunday. Hopefully it goes well. Hopefully you guys will come by and join me.
So that's a good question. How many subscribers does he have? Well, I'm not watching him on his channel. That's important to point out. I'm watching it on a clipper called Duty Streams. Now, there was a big situation with Duty and clipping too much content, and I always watch it on Duty Streams. Every single time, he clips it right away. Is it legal to clip 11 minutes and not put any commentary? Probably not. Probably not. I don't think you can put 11 minutes of footage of someone else's footage and not say a single word. Is it legal? No, probably not, but I don't care. I'm watching it on his his channel, and Duty does do commentary videos, which those are perfectly legal, perfectly fine. And in reality, every video should have commentary if you're using someone else's content. As you see right now, I'm watching this video and I'm commenting over it to add my own input. That is what's called fair use, but doesn't matter. Duty does his thing and it is what it is. So I watch it on the Restreamer Duty, but if you watch it on DSP Gaming, so his live streams, he has 219,000 subscribers, and his live streams, they average like, 200 to 300 viewers. And his videos are horrible. His videos rarely, look, this one cracked 1,000 views, and that is 2.8 times an outlier. So for him to crack 1,000 views, that is a big deal. And, it's laughable. Like, my videos will get 1,000 views in the first 5 minutes on my other channels. Like, it's completely laughable. And this just proves that he has a very, very small audience of dedicated, manipulated cult members. And he's the cult leader, and he tells them to open up their wallets and to fork over that money. And sometimes they resist, but most of the time they don't.
All right. It will be a great time. Okay. So, can we hit a goal today on this stream? If we can at least hit one goal.
So this is the gaslighting. Can we at least hit one goal? One goal. Gosh damn. Please don't ever let me become like this guy. Anyways, I would never become like this because I have a good business sense and I know that you cannot rely on people. Why is it zooming in? Zoom out, camera. Why the hell did it zoom in like this? I must have did some type of gesture that made it zoom in. Zoom out. Chill the hell out. All right. I don't know what's the hand commands for this one yet. Yeah, so he'll say it's not mandatory, but then he'll gaslight people into oblivion like this. So it's like, yeah, it's mandatory. It's like, if you don't donate, then you are going to get verbally berated by this man-child that is over 40 years old.
Then we'll be on pace to do DSP Tries It for Sunday. Okay? Again, I'm not going to sit here and be like, hey, let's hit 450. If you want to support this stream in a big way and you want to drop
like, I'm not asking you to do it, but if you want to do it, you should do it. It's like, what the fuck? Chill out, dude. No, I haven't been hacked. It's just the camera's acting weird. It's like, I did a gesture. See, now it's following me. But I did a gesture that made it zoom in. I don't know what it is because I lost the instruction booklet. I know to put your hand up, it will either follow you or stop following you. There's another gesture that makes it zoom in, and I don't know what it is. But yeah, this gaslighting is unreal.
Big bomb, a big tip, a bunch of subs. I would appreciate it. Obviously, I'm going to shout it out. And yeah, I'm sure people would love it if we actually, by surprise, do DSP Tries It today of these adult Happy Meals at McDonald's. But it's not something that I'm going to be asking for. It's ridiculous.
I mean, listen to this. Like, it's for these adult Happy Meals, dude. Get a fucking grip. You're begging for a bunch of money to eat McDonald's. Like, just go eat it. If you want it, just go fucking buy it with your own money and eat it. The fuck? This guy is so infuriating to watch, but it's like a guilty pleasure because, whenever you feel bad in life and you feel like you may have some shortcomings, then you look at this guy and you're like, wow, okay, actually, I'm not doing that bad at all. I think I'm doing pretty damn good. Oh my God.
$450 during a JRPG stream is like unheard of. Okay. So it is what it is. All right. So there you go. I talked about it. Let's get some support. Let's get that rolling for today. Let's at the very least, try to hit one goal and we'll go from there. But you're not going to hear me, freak out or anything. All right.
Cool. Yes, you'll hear him freak out. If everybody stopped donating at this point, within 15 minutes, he would be like, yo, where's the money? Where's the money? He would absolutely freak out. But, yo, that's a good point, Vestige. I heard McDonald's prices have gone up, but I did not know you had to crowdfund to eat it. That is pretty fucking pathetic, if you ask me. Yeah, so that was his crash out. Yeah, it was a pretty solid mental breakdown over here. All right. I don't know. Best followers on streamboo.com. So much spam. I'm going to have to get rid of the spam on, I think it's on Kick. There's so much spam that it's like unreal. It looks like they don't have really good moderation on Kick. But yeah, I think we're going to leave it at this for tonight. I'm going to clip these videos, and if you missed a certain portion of the live stream, you can watch in the videos. They're all going to go live within 24 hours. We had 5 segments, so I think we did pretty good. Honestly, I had a blast. And Vestige of Peace, Mr. Bruin, Rodney, thank you so much for being here. And I know some of you guys have watched the entire show, and I really appreciate that. Like, at this point of the live streams of the journey where I'm like, I have very little viewers, it really means a lot if you watch the entire show. Like, thank you very much. That means a lot, because it's going to tell YouTube that, look, this is a quality live stream and the viewers really like it. So I really appreciate you guys. So thank you so much for watching. We're going to leave it at that for tonight. And I will most likely be back on maybe Sunday or Monday. It depends. If it's a good news day and there's a lot of shit happening, maybe Sunday. If not, we'll wait till Monday. But I'll be back very soon on this channel. This is my project for the next couple months. The goal is to, yeah, thank you so much, Salacious. I appreciate that. The goal is to get this channel to 1,000 subscribers at the very least, like within maybe by October or something like that. And I think as soon as I start posting clips, it's gonna grow very quickly. But yeah, let me know how I did, because once again, I'm new being on camera. I'm not used to being on camera. I'm getting more comfortable with it, but it does take a little bit of time to adjust. And I think it's going pretty good. I'm happy, and I had a really good time. Hey, this one didn't kick you out. Oh, all right, cool. Yeah, thank you so much, Vestige of Peace. Yeah, you watched the whole stream. I appreciate that. Yeah, I saw your DM. Mr. Bruin, thank you so much. Missed most of it. We'll be there for the entire stream next time. No worries. What you can do is you can watch the videos as they're going to get chopped up. So the first video I'm going to chop up is the Mr. Beast. And then I'm going to chop up this video and then the 3 others. So either you watch it on a chopped up video afterwards or live, it doesn't matter. But yeah, I really appreciate your support. Justine Smith, thank you so much for being there the entire live stream. I really appreciate that. So yeah, baby steps. Exactly. Let's try to get to 1,000 subscribers by Halloween. I think we'll definitely get it by end of September, but by Halloween would be good. Anyways, that's it for the live stream. Thank you so much, everybody. You guys are fantastic. So far, I'm having a great time with this channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys on the next video.